What's up, guys? I know I'm kind of late, but give me 1 second. Okay. Just doing some little things before we start our discussion. Okay. I think we could go ahead and start now. Hello, Shen. All right, so today or tonight, I know I'm a little bit late, guys, because I lost track of time and everything, and I was rushing because I really wanted to do this live stream tonight because I didn't want it to go another day without having everything, you guys discuss everything. I did put up a poll on YouTube for you guys to vote. I know a lot of you guys did, and I'm gonna get to the results in a minute, but before we get to that, I want to give a big shout out to Van Niekerk, the world record holder in the 400 meter and 300 meters. So today's his birthday, so we definitely want to big him up, as though Jamaicans would say it, because we all know I'm Jamaican. But also, I want to talk about a little bit about the performance of a lot of the athletes that are still competing regardless of the whole COVID-19 situation. Shelly and Fraser competed. There's quite a few Jamaican athletes that competed over the past weekend, and they did pretty good. A lot of them are race rusty, including Lane Thompson, but so far so good. They've been getting back in the groove, and I think that is really what this season is about, getting back into the groove of running and getting your legs back under yourself, because realistically this is not really a competition year, I would say, because of the whole COVID-19 stuff. So that's one of the things that we got to take into consideration. Also, I wanted to talk about this meet that occurred, I think it was over the weekend as well, but it was pretty fascinating to me and funny as well. This meet include the USA top 200 meter sprinter, and we all know who that is, right? No lies. The race also include Christophe Lementry and Martine of, I think he's from the Netherlands. I don't even know how to describe this race. But however, they all ran on a separate track in 3 different countries pretty much. So one of the race was ran in Florida. So Noah Lyles was in Florida running, and Christophe Lementry was in Zurich. Martine was in Netherlands. So they were in 3 different places, right? VIP Mills, big up yourself. Yeah, so 3 different places. They ran a 200 meter. However, blessings. However, the winner of the 200 meter ran 18.90. So, that's a world record time, because Bolt record is 1919. So technically, oh, you say you saw it? Okay. So I'm not the only person seeing I'm not the only person that saw that race. But the fascinating part about it is that when they posted, because I saw a video on YouTube by one of those big media companies, and the headline stated, or the title stated, Coach, are you here? All right, so we're gonna have a really hot discussion tonight, because I'm talking about no lies right now. So they said 18.9, but I'm thinking, whoa, that's a world record. But at the same time, I ain't never seen nobody run a world record by themselves, like with nobody else. It's just him, right? And I also was thinking, he ran 18.9, and the other guys ran 20.6, 20.8. And I was like, that's kind of odd. That's 2 seconds off. But then when I realized the distance was wrong, the distance was, it was just funny, because they said a world runner, no lies, ran a world record, but not really. That was what the title of the video said. And I was like, a world record, but not really? Is either it is a world record or it's not a world record. Which one is it? But when I did my research, I came to find out that instead of running 200 meters, he ran 185 meters in 18.9 seconds. I mean, that's really not a good time. I really think that, maybe a year ago, or not even a year ago, earlier in the season, I've seen athletes run pretty, close to that or faster than that in a 180, like way faster than that in a 180. So, that's not, super fast. I'm not going to say start didn't look good, because it did. But I think there's too much hype surrounding Noah Lyles. And I feel like the media is hyping him up too much, stating that he's going to break Usain Bolt's world record. And to be honest, and I'm not being biased or anything, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I'm not saying he's not talented, because he is, but I don't see him breaking the 100 or 200 meter world record right now. I'm not being biased, Coach. I'm being honest. He have the talent, but based on the performance that he's putting out there, it's not on par, with any form of world record times. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it yet. He hasn't ran 19.4. What do you want me to say, Coach? Come on. Give me something better than that. 19. Why is everything comparable to Bolt? Because Bolt is the king. He's the king of track and field. He's the king of sprinting. Whenever we talk about competing with anyone or beating any athlete, he is the standard. He's the one that everybody talk about. He's the one that everybody looks up to when it comes to sprinting. Well, you said he's not in track and field right now, but tell you what, that might just change. That might change. Matthew Bolden he's not up to par yet. He's not. I mean, he's good, but he's not ready yet. He needs some more grooming, some more years under his belt. Come on, Coach L. As I said, Bolt is the king. He was the king, and I think he still is. If he come back right now, he's gonna be the king. Cause who's gonna beat him? He still He will be if he comes back, coach, and I'm telling you that. That's no doubt. Right? But let me finish what I was saying about Narlaws before we get into all that. Number one, how can you run a 200 meter as an athlete and not know that the distance is short? Right? If I'm an athlete, right? I've been running track my whole life. The moment I walk to the start line, I know it's not 200 meters. It's less than 200 meters, right? The officials that put the starting block where he was supposed to start, they knew that it was not 200 meters, but they still put it there. I feel like it was just all about hyping things up, getting a fast time to make it seem as if, you know, it was a world record time. Because there's no way I could walk to the starting line and not know, oh damn, this is not 200 meters. It is 185 meters. I could tell. If you've been in track and field or been around track and field long enough, you know the distance around the track. I know every hurdle mark on the track, the distance in between them and everything. He said Bolt is coming back. Watch out for him. Hey, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it just yet, man. But I feel like that was something that they set up. I don't think that, you know, that could be just a simple mistake. It's not a 5 meter difference, Coach L. It's a 15-meter difference. So he knew as the athlete that he was running less than 200 meter. And I feel like the official and everybody else knew he was running less than 200 meter because he's the only one on the track. There's no other athletes there with him apart from just him. Him against the clock. And I guess there was a starter there as well. And that's about it. There was nobody else there. Maybe a few people scattered in the stands because that's how they're doing it right now. So, I mean, come on. I felt like, you know, that whole thing was pretty much set up that way because they didn't question him about the time that he ran after the race or anything. It was just about his strategy and how he felt rolling off the turn and the weather condition because it was really windy. So, you know, I felt like, you know, it was something that was planned. It was put together. But let's get to the messages or the poll that I put up on YouTube. I was reading an article the other day, and Bolt stated that if his coach asks him to come back, he will. So my question was, do you guys think that Bolt should return to track and field? And if yes, what would his performance be like? And the results was shocking. It was shocking because when I asked, should he return to track and field, 46% say yes and 54% said no, right? But you had, when I asked, what do you think his performance would be like, 34% said stunning, 28% said great, 28% said good, 6% said not good, and 3% said horrible. I feel like the 3% is just haters. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I think that if he return to the track right now, he's gonna do well. Because tell you what, a lot of people are gonna say he's rusty, in which but no, I don't think so. I think he could come back and take the crown just like that. He could come right back and take the crown, man. He could. And as I said, 34% said his performance would be stunning. Stunning is not good. Is not average, right? That's not average. We're talking about running. To me, stunning is running sub. How would I put it? Would be running under 9.75. Coach L, don't do that. 34% is not all Jamaican, because a lot of my subscribers are not Jamaican. To be honest, a lot of them are not Jamaican, because I know the people who subscribe to my channel, and the higher percentage is American. If he come back right now, Coach L, he's gonna dip below 9.75. All those injuries that was bothering him, throughout the last couple of years, he would have been healed. Like all those would have been gone. But Bolt just naturally talented. He's like Jordan. So hold up. He's talented, right? So you're trying to say he don't put in no work? I think he put in a lot of work. And the work plus the talent is gonna equal to stunning performance. That's what I think. You guys might feel different, but you know what I'm saying? That's Coach Al, I'm telling you, he could go below 9.74. I mean 75. Give me 1 second, because I'm not seeing all these comments, like y'all just kicking them out. Yeah, as you said, Mills, his talent plus his hard work is what pretty much makes him a winner. So if he comes back right now and he's working just as hard, he's gonna be a winner. Nah. See, and that was one of the key things about USAIN that a lot of people didn't know about. When he's focused, he's focused. No, it's not about him coming back, Coach, so we could talk trash. That's not what it's about. See, and the thing about it, I would love for him to come back for the Olympic year and come and win the gold. How would y'all feel? What would y'all think? Would y'all opinion be the same? Won't happen. Coach Al, if he comes back for the Olympic year, I'm putting I'm putting my money on him for gold. I'm not betting on nobody else. It's all about USAIN. Thank you, Shan. He will do great. Coach L, as I said, if he's back, my money's on him. Ain't nobody else gonna win that race if USAIN is in it. He got the talent. He know how to work hard. And he's a competitor at heart. So regardless of who is there with him, who lines up with him, he's gonna deliver. He's gonna perform. The only reason why he lost the last 100 meter that he ran was because he was unfit. He wasn't training and all that. I'm telling you, his friend had just passed, and he took time out to grieve. That's pretty much it. It's not excuses. It's not. It's not. That's the worst start Bolt has ever had in the history of him running the 100 meter. And the world knows that. I don't have to say it twice or 3 times. We know that's it. And he still came back really close. It's not he didn't find an excuse. I'm giving my opinion. He didn't find an excuse. He made it clear that if I didn't get a good start, I knew I was going to lose. That's what he said in the interview. I listened to the interview. He wasn't finding no excuses. He didn't. But I'm saying, if he comes back, the gold is his. I wish I could see. I wish I could call him and be like, yo, these people over here talking trash. You need to get back on the track. Nah, Coach, I'm telling you, he still got it. Still got it. Still got it. And that, see, I'm gonna use somebody that ran the 400-meter hurdles, for example. And Felix Sanchez, he won the Olympic with an 8-year gap in between. The first time he won the Olympic gold, he fall off. There was a whole bunch of other athletes that came after and was winning. And he was running 50 points and 49s. And then he just came back. And when nobody was expecting it and just took gold again. Everybody was shocked. I was there like what's happening? Is this really happening? Out of lane, I think it was out of lane 7 or lane 8. Nobody else there to compete with him. Like, he was just running. He's gone. So the athletes and Coach Hicks always say this. Once you get to the show once and deliver, you will always know how to get there again. That's Coach Hicks' words. So you're going to say Coach Hicks is wrong, Coach L? Come on now. I want to hear what you got to say about that. Because that's what he taught us. So, Bolt, he said that yada yada. Bolt has been there too many times not to know what to do when he get there again. And he will get there again if he decides to come out of retirement. I really hope he come out of retirement. Because tell you what, it wouldn't be for the hype, but it would show and teach a lot of people that it's not only about talent. It's about hard work. Jamaica got talent. But too much hype and not enough hard work. If they work as hard as USAIN did, then they will run just as fast. And as I said, I don't see your Noah Lyles breaking that record. I don't see it. And Coleman ain't gonna break it either. I'm sorry. The person that is supposed to break it, I don't know. They ain't surfaced yet. I mean, winning is, come on, Coach L. That's what makes that is what makes athletes stand out. Not just winning, because any athlete could show up and show out on the day and take that gold medal. So winning is the norm. Winning is easy. I would put it that way, because you have Johan Blake who have a world championship gold. Usain Bolt have a whole bunch. But that, Coach L, we're talking about an athlete that didn't only break the world record, Coach L. He broke the world record at the Olympics and World Championship. So therefore, the Olympic record was a world record, and the World Championship record was a world record. So those are gonna stick. And he didn't do it once. He did it over what? Almost a 12-year span? Come on, Coach L. Come on. Ain't nobody else had such a good run throughout the history of track and field. And America had one of the greats. Well, we're talking about Bolt because he might be coming back. That's why we're talking about him. That is the reason why we're talking about him, because he might be coming back. Don't you want to see him come back? Jackson said he might run faster than he ever did before. Who knows? Who knows? He might run faster. We don't know. That's one person that I will never, ever bid or bet against. I'm not. I don't care who else is in the race. I'm not betting against Bolt. Because he's a competitor. He knows how to deliver on the day. Come on, Coach. I know this is a tough pill to swallow. Like you really can't accept this one, but hey, we're talking about the great, the legendary Usain Bolt. The legendary. The only athlete that the US had that I would say I could compare to Usain Bolt is, all right, let me rephrase that. The athlete that I respect the most as an American athlete is Jesse Owens, which is a foundation athlete in track and field. So I definitely look up to him because he pretty much set the foundation. But other than him, name two athletes, Coach L, that has done what Usain Bolt has. I know you ain't gonna tell me MJ. I know you ain't gonna say Michael Johnson, and I know you ain't gonna say Carl Lewis. Because there's no names to call. There's none. The only one is Usain Bolt. Carl Lewis, come on. Carl Lewis is not, no. Come on, Coach X, no. Carl Lewis is not, nope. Jesse Owens, he's the man. He's the man that puts America at the same level or close to Usain Bolt. Ain't nobody else. No Carl Lewis. I don't see it. Because he has, if you're talking about medals, Usain Bolt has more. Usain Bolt has more. And we're talking about winning these medals continuously. We're not talking about, oh, we skipped a year and then we won 2 more goals there. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about winning every year until the last time when he lost. That's what we're talking about. And then we're talking about an athlete that has every 200-meter world record. He has the junior 200-meter world record. He has the senior 200-meter world record. He has the Olympic world record. He has the World Championship world record. He has all the Caribbean world records in the 200. He has every single one. Long jump and sprinting, okay, but I'm saying across the board, Bolt sweep every single 200 meter there is. Every record that exists in track and field, from a junior level to senior level, Bolt has them. Name one that he don't have. There's none. He have everything. And as a senior, he has the 100 meter world record and Olympic record and world championship record as well. And if he was so into stuff like Commonwealth Games and all those stuff, all those meets, he would have had those records too. Nah, no, Coach L, come on. How can he be the best? The best athlete has to be the one who with the most goals and also with the most records. And that's Usain Bolt. Bottom line. Justin said, Carl who? He don't need to win 4 in 1 year. He don't need to. When he could come back year after year and get 3. And tell you what, this goes back to one of the topics that I was talking about last week in last week live stream, because Shawnee Miller want to run the 2 and the 4 at the Olympics, but the committee won't move the events around so she could compete. If there was another event, say, just example, say the 400 that Bolt grew up running. If he decided, oh, I wanted to run 1, 2, and 4, and the Olympic committee, what's the word? I can't even think of the word right now. But if they accommodated him and moved the events around so he could run the 400, my money would be on him too. I'm sorry. That's who I'll put my money on, because I stood in the stadium and watched him run 45.3 in rain. Not that it matters, because Coach X say weather is just an element of the mind. So see, Coach X, I'll take that point. I'll take that. You say Bolt on the track, and when you have a mixture between track and field, you're gonna say Carl Lewis. I'll take that. But Bolt is king of the track. That's what I'm gonna say. But if Bolt was supposed to run 1, 2, 4, 4x1, maybe 4x4 too, if the events were spread out. Joseph, you say you don't agree with Coach X about Carl Lewis winning, being a track and field person instead of Bolt just being, just straight track. I mean, the thing is, you have to give Carl Lewis some credit. You have to give credit where credit is due. But at the same time, I feel like, he hasn't really done what was really expected of him, or enough for him to be classified as the greatest. No, we're not gonna agree to that, Coach L. That's not gonna happen. He's not the greatest because he won the 2 and the 4, because others could do it too. The committee didn't move things around for everybody else. They did it for him. They did it for 3 athletes. Did it for him, Allyson Felix, and another French athlete. And we talked about that last week. Right? We talked about that last week. They don't want to do it for Shawnee Miller. If they did, she will win the 2 and the 4. So if we're talking about whether it's male or female athlete, she would be the greatest female if that's how you want to look at it. But really and truly, she's not. Because to be the best, you need the most titles and you need records to go with it. In basketball, there's a lot of great basketballers out there. But the ones that everybody idolize are the ones with the rings, not just the points. Okay? It's the points and the rings. So in track and field, it can't be just titles. Because as I said, anyone can win a title. But you have to have the records and the titles. That's how I look at it. Because we had a discussion about a couple months ago about who should have gotten the award. I can't remember what award it was. But you said that she broke the world record. Coach L said that the reason why she deserved the Athlete of the Year award was because she broke the world record. That's Muhammad. And Shelley Fraser didn't deserve it. So I'm telling you now, these are your words coming back at you. The reason why Usain Bolt is the greatest is because he has the records and he has the titles to back it up. He's not just a title guy. He's a record and title guy. So there's no way nobody could take that away from him at no point in time. If he says he's going to deliver, he delivered. When a whole bunch of people was talking a lot of crap, he delivered. Yeah, he was good on the field, Coach X. Yes, he was. But I'm saying Bolt is the king of the track. And I don't think that will change anytime soon. In order for that to change, I have to see an athlete step forward and take 9 Olympic gold medals. Right? I don't see it yet. Coach L, once an athlete is in the final, they stand a chance of being at the top of the podium, right? Coach X said you got to be in the race to win it. So if you're in that finals, you have a chance of winning it as well. But setting a record is something completely different. That's a whole different story, Coach L. And when I say anyone, I'm talking about people who are in the finals, who make the finals. If you work hard enough to get to the show and then get in the finals, you could be at the top of the podium. One of the oldest sprinter that I've ever seen compete is Kim Collins. And one year he went to the World Championship and he wasn't performing so well. And he said that, well, in his head, he wasn't supposed to make it to the semifinal. And he did make it. And he said to his coach, they made a mistake by giving me another chance to be in the semifinal. Right? Because I'm going to make the finals. And he made the finals. And then when they got to the finals, he won the finals. You know who was his coach? You know who was his coach, Coach L? The same coach that coached Usain Bolt, Glenn Mills. That's who his coach was. That's who he got his first title with. So I'm just saying, he is the greatest, Coach L. Ain't no going around that. I don't think I'm being biased, Coach X, but I'm open to you guys' opinion. It's not like I'm, totally shutting you guys out. I'm making my point. You guys are making your points. Coach L, I don't know who had the record before Michael Johnson. I think when I was maybe like 12 or 13 or 14, I was watching Michael Johnson run. But and I'm not saying that he didn't had all of those Coach X. He did. But at the same time, he didn't win them in 3 Olympics back to back. He didn't do that in 3 Olympics back to back. Bolt won gold in 3 Olympics back to back in the 1, 2, and the 4x1. He's a part of the 4x1 world record team. He's the 200-meter world record holder and the 100-meter world record holder, and the Olympic and World Championship record holder. Like all the sprint records, apart from the 400, his name is cemented in it. Send me a book, Coach L. Send me a book. I need to do some more reading, I guess. Or maybe I could use the internet. As I said, I'm open to learn. But from what I know, I'm going based off the knowledge I have. You say you're going to help me out? Hey, I'm open. I always say this. I like when Coach L and Coach X is here because the discussion is live, full of energy. You know what I'm saying? We could go at this all night because we got 3 people with high energy, you know, on the chat. So that's something that I definitely like. And I mean, I don't think being Jamaican make me biased. I feel like I go from what I've seen, right? But for how long in that one time period, Coach X? That's what I'm talking about. In that time period, did he have them for 12 years? Did he hold those records for 12 years? Did he hold a 100-meter world record for 12 years or 11 years or 13 years? Nobody else in the history of track and field has done that. None. Coach X, that message was for me, or are you talking to Jackson? You guys are going at it in the chat. Oh my word. And I see somebody put I think they contributed 99 cents up top. I don't know who it is. Just want to say thank you though, because I didn't get to look at it because of the whole fact that we were having a heated discussion. But I mean, regardless of the amount, I'm thankful for it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. But yeah, Coach X, I don't know. I don't see Carl Lewis as the greatest at all. Usain Bolt is the guy. I hope he comes back for 2021 Olympics, because if that's gonna be another gold medal for him. All right, good point. Good point, Joseph. Made 3 Olympics, but had made medal. I didn't see Jordan play, but based off Joseph, Amor, Amor, can you not start that right now? Do not start that in my chat room, please, because they're gonna say I'm jumping on your team because I'm gonna go with Jordan over LeBron all day, every day. So just leave that alone. We're talking about track and field here. But Coach X, no, 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 not at all, not at all. But how many medals does Carl Lewis has? I think Carl Lewis has one less medal compared to Usain. Usain has 9 Olympic gold. Carl Lewis has 8. So that is go ahead. Yeah, give him a call. I mean, I hope you guys like I saw the article. I actually read the article, and that's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying now. But he said if his coach asked him to come back, he's coming back. So I hope his coach be like, yo, we need to get back at it. Everybody else, they're playing games. We need to show them how it's done. I think that's what his coach need to tell him, and see if he's gonna get back at it. Because with the fact that I think he had did an interview about the athletes not competing, not doing well for Jamaica. If he was asked to come back by his coach, I think he definitely would. He would, no doubt about that. Why you think he should stay home, Travis? Give us your take. You're saying how many medals does Usain have? Period. Maybe somebody need to check that on Google. He has. Let me see. Three, three, three. That's 9 plus 3 from the World Championship. That's 12. And then the following World Championship is another 3. That is 15. And then 1 year you got 2. That's 17. I think he have like 20, if I'm counting correctly. I'm the same. Carl Lewis be the same as Bolt. Oh, you say 12 worlds? If he got 12 world medals, he got 9 so he got 21 then instead of 20. I had said 20. That means I counted one short. So he got 21 because he got 9 Olympic, and you say 12. Travis say 12 world championship. So that's 21. How does Come on, let me I got to check that. See? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Really? And see, this is what I was saying earlier. You said Carl has 9. Hold on. 100, 100, 200, 200, 4 by 1, 100, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got the same amount. Hold on. No. Beijing, Beijing. No, they got the same. Bolt has. I know Bolt has nine goals, 9 Olympic goals. I'm looking at it right now too. So, but all right. On this list that I'm looking at, it's showing that he has 8 Olympic goals, but he has 9, and they didn't count one of them because they have Beijing here for 100 and 200, and they don't have Beijing for the 4x1, and they did win the 4x1 at Beijing. So he has 9, and then he has and Travis, you are wrong. He have 14 World Championship medals. 14. So 14 World Championship medal. Yep, 14. I'm looking at it right now. 14 World Championship medals and 9 Olympic medals. So that's 23. Oh, you missed 2011? Well, I didn't want to just count from my memory anymore, so I looked it up. And as I was saying, he has every record, all the youth records and all the senior records. That's what I was telling Coach L. Like, he has all the records and he has the most medals. So how can he not be the greatest? I don't understand why it's so hard to, accept. Even Justin said it. Justin said that he is the greatest. He never said he was the best in the moment. He said he's the greatest. He has done the most for the sport. That's what Justin said. That's your you can't compare world medals because Coach I said you can't compare world medals because why not? Why not? Both athletes went to world championships. So why not? Why this sounds a little biased, Coach L, because if you're gonna say don't count world championship medals because it's gonna be at a disadvantage to Carl Lewis, that don't make sense. Oh, you say read it again. Let me read it again, because maybe I didn't read it. Oh, you can't compare world medal because. But why? Why? I don't think so. Why I keep switching this camera around? I'm supposed to click on the chat button. I'm clicking on the camera button to switch this thing around, but that's not what I'm supposed to click on. War was every 4 years, just like the Olympics until the mid-19. But so you pretty much you're saying that because World Championship is more frequent now, it gives USAIN an advantage of grabbing more medals throughout his time compared to Carl Lewis. That's what you're saying. I read it, Coach L. I read your last statement. So if Worlds was every 4 years, just like the Olympic is every 4 years, pretty much you're saying that some athletes were at a disadvantage because they're not able to gather as much titles or medals as the ones now. The ones now have a better opportunity to win medals because World Championship is every 2 years compared to before the 1990s when it was every 4. That's what you're saying, right? Shane put all these questions and everything in the chat. That's a question for Coach L to answer. Coach L, somebody's trying to find out who is the best triple jumper of all time. That's one that I can't really answer. You say Christian Taylor is number 2. I don't know who is the number 1 triple jumper. So what are we gonna do now, Coach? We're gonna use all the things that all the rules that used to govern track and field back in those days to help determine who is the greatest athlete now. Is that what we're doing? Because I don't think that is fair. You can't use the past to determine the past performances or the past rules to determine everything in the future. It's different now. So we have I wasn't born, well, yeah, maybe I was born in the 1990s, but I was a baby. So, or you said Jonathan Edwards. So Travis, there you have it. Say that's what I think too, Travis. You can't compare era because we can't use what the rules that they had and then try to say because they didn't have the same rules that we have now, that makes their performance better than, this generation performance. We can't do that. Performance is performance. And regardless of what rules they had then, back then they had the 4-star rule was different. It was you get a second chance. Or before that it was if the same person 4-star twice, then you get kicked out. But then it went to the second false start overall get kicked out. And now 1 false start and you completely out. So how would we, if we're gonna look at it like that, right? Bolt would have had more medal if that was the case, Coach L. Bolt would have more world championship medal. Why? Because he first started once, 1 year, that year that Blake won the 100 meter, he would have won that race easily. But because he first started, he was removed. In the past, right? He wouldn't have been kicked out of that race. He would have been allowed another chance to run. I even heard that at one point the IAF was thinking of reversing that rule, which to me is dumb, and I don't know, why I even thought that was true, but I don't think they would do that just for Bolt. But I'm saying if it was 10 years before that race, he would have been allowed back in the race, and that would have been one more medal for him. So instead of just winning 2 world championship medals that year, he would have gotten 3. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't use the rules from one generation to try to determine anything in the next generation. It's different, or a different era. As Travis said, completely different. One athlete just have more accolades and more records than the other athlete. And bottom line, that's what we have. That's what we have to use to determine who is the better athlete. And in my opinion, Usain Bolt. All day, every day. Until somebody exceed what he has done, then it's gonna be hard to convince me otherwise. I'm not saying there are not, great athletes out there, or nobody else has done great things, because there is quite a few other athletes that has done great things, but I haven't seen any that has exceed what Usain has done. But guys, we're doing like a whole hour into this live stream. Wasn't expecting it to be this long. But for you guys who are not used to joining me here, the new people, I'm not worried about who is considered the greatest. Y'all keep wanting to talk about Bolt. Move on. Move on. Who's the next crew up? The next crew right now is Noah Lyles and others. Coach L, people are always going to talk about people who stand out. Once you're great, they're going to talk about you, whether your era has passed or not. People were still talking about Michael Johnson, right? They were still talking about him. Before Van Niekerk got hurt, they were talking about him. They're still talking about him now, right? Not because his era has passed or he retired, that doesn't mean they're going to stop talking about him. He did things that nobody else on the face of the planet was able to do. So he's going to go down in the history books for that. So they're going to always talk about him. They're going to always compare his performance with whoever is competing now. He's the standard, Coach L, and that's just the bottom line. Bolt is the standard for every athlete, every sprinter that set foot on that track, any track whatsoever, who's competing professionally. He is the standard. He set the standard for them. You want to be the fastest in the world? You have to run 9.58 or faster. Right? That is the standard. You want to be the best in the 200? You have to run 19 or faster. You funny, oh, you funny. But yeah, that's the standard. We can't come out to Newton High on Saturday. But yeah, Bolt set the standard. It's just high for everybody else. It's really high, and not everybody could jump so high. So, it's kind of tough for some people to reach it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is. We just gotta live with it, or the athletes gotta work harder in order to get to it. Noah Lyles, he not ready yet. Maybe in the next 5 years or next 4 years he might, but right now he's not. He's not. And they need to let him run his actual distance instead of cutting the track, instead of running 100 and You say Niekirk is a soccer player? But all right, guys, thanks for joining the discussion. You guys could definitely check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with the same channel name, East Coast Athletics. If you type in East Coast Athletics and it doesn't pop up, you just put East Coast Athletics 1 and you'll definitely find it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I post pictures there too. I also post like educational stuff, equipments that I might come across that I think might be helpful to the track and field community. You know, I posted a video the other day about a massager, and I'm gonna have some of those stuff for sale at a discounted price on my website. So if you guys are interested, you guys could definitely check it out. I will be letting you guys know when I'm gonna be posting the link and everything. And from that point forward, the link will be pretty much in all of my videos. So I'll definitely inform you guys about that. You know, thanks for joining me tonight. I enjoyed the discussion. Okay, Coach, if you say so. Thanks for joining me, guys. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a thumbs up if you like my live stream. Thumbs up, maybe, 2 thumbs up. Catch you guys next week. Maybe same time, I don't know. Maybe a little bit earlier. We'll see how it goes.